On a bright sunny day, in a bustling city on Earth, a young man named Alex was training hard at a military base. Alex was no ordinary soldier. He was the strongest, bravest, and most skilled fighter in his unit. He could run faster, jump higher, and shoot more accurately than anyone else. His commanders were always impressed by his dedication and hard work. As Alex finished his training for the day, he heard some exciting news. Earth's leaders were trying to become friends with a group of powerful aliens called the Galactic Council. The council was made up of many different alien races from all over the galaxy. They were known for their advanced technology and their ability to keep peace in the universe. Alex was curious about why Earth suddenly wanted to be friends with the Galactic Council. He asked his commander about it during dinner in the cafeteria. "Sir, why does Earth want to join the Galactic Council now?" Alex asked as he sat down with his tray of food. The commander smiled at Alex's question. "Well, son, Earth has been watching the Galactic Council for a long time. We've seen how they help other planets and share their knowledge. Earth's leaders believe that being part of the Council will help us grow and learn new things." Alex nodded, understanding the importance of this decision. "So, what happens next, sir?" he asked. "The leaders are choosing a special representative to go meet with the Galactic Council. This person will show the Council how strong and capable Earth is," the commander explained. As the days passed, Alex continued his training, pushing himself harder than ever before. He wanted to be ready for anything that might come his way. One morning, Alex was called into his commander's office unexpectedly. Wondering what could be happening now, he quickly puts on his uniform properly and rushes towards that room anxiously. "Knock, knock." "Come in," said that familiar voice behind those closed doors. There stood before Alex's very eyes were none other than Earth's leader herself alongside Alex's commanding officer too. Such an occasion definitely called for standing attention immediately, so our hero smartly salutes them back. As it turned out, the president told Private Alex that based upon careful consideration by top brass, he has now been specifically appointed as Earth representative towards entering the Galactic Council. This indeed was quite shocking yet exciting news simultaneously. Madam President further adds about having complete faith in him, which boosts Alex's confidence thousandfold instantly. A truly proud moment. This was going to be remembered lifelong, deep within his heart forever during these upcoming historical events perhaps. The president herself had come to tell Alex that he had been chosen as Earth's special representative for the Galactic Council. "I'm extremely proud of you, Alex, and I'm sure you will do your best to make us all proud," said the president, looking straight into his eyes firmly yet politely. She continued, "Your bravery and skills have caught the attention of myself and other world leaders. We believe you are the perfect person to show the Council what Earth is capable of." Alex was shocked and humbled by this news. He never imagined he would be chosen for such an important mission. After saluting both of his seniors once more, he took a deep breath only to realize that the fate of entire Earth rested on his very own shoulders now. But somewhere deep down inside, Alex always knew if given an opportunity, he shall rise up to any occasions no matter what. And so it begins. Taking up President's astute points, Commander added further, "Alex, you would be leaving tomorrow itself. Spaceship is ready. All necessary equipment and briefing shall be done within next few hours. I know it's quite sudden, but we have complete trust in your abilities. You got this, son." And just like that, our hero's life changed forever. As the day progressed, Alex couldn't quite believe that he, a small-town boy who had dreamt of serving his nation in the forces since childhood, was now going to represent his planet in front of the Galactic Council. The realization of this responsibility suddenly dawned upon him like a massive weight on his shoulders, but he was determined to not let his planet down no matter what. Later that evening, Alex sat down with his commander and other high-ranking officials for a detailed briefing about the mission. They told him about the different alien races in the Council, their customs, and what to expect during the meeting. Alex listened intently, trying to remember every piece of information that could help him make a good impression. The commander handed Alex a special communication device that would allow him to understand and speak any alien language. "This will be your lifeline out there, Alex. Guard it with your life," the commander said solemnly. Alex nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. He spent the rest of the evening studying the information provided to him, memorizing important details about each alien race. As the night grew late, Alex finally retired to his quarters to get some rest before the big day. Lying in bed, his mind raced with thoughts of the upcoming mission. He knew that the fate of Earth rested on his shoulders, and he was determined to succeed. The next morning, Alex woke up before dawn. After doing some quick morning drills, now fully alert and ready, he put on his specially designed spacesuit. It was made from the most advanced materials available on Earth, designed to withstand the rigors of space travel. As he stepped out of his quarters, a magnificent sight awaited him outside. There stood a sleek, shimmering spacecraft atop a launch pad ready for takeoff. It was unlike anything Alex had ever seen before. The ship was enormous, easily dwarfing any aircraft he had ever encountered. Its gleaming white exterior seemed to pulse with energy, as if it were alive. President, along with his commander and a few other officials, were already present there to see him off. As Alex approached them, they all had proud smiles on their faces. The president stepped forward and placed her hand on Alex's shoulder. "Alex, today you embark on a journey that will change the course of our planet's history. You carry with you the hopes and dreams of every person on Earth. We know you will make us proud," she said, her voice filled with emotion. Alex felt a lump forming in his throat as prepared himself to take on this immense responsibility. He took a deep breath before replying firmly, "Madam President, sir, I won't let you down," his voice resolute more than ever before, determination burning bright like flame in eyes. With final goodbyes exchanged, Alex boarded ship, ready to embark upon what appeared to be destined turning point for future trajectories. As hatch closed, all systems activated. Ship blasted off at incredible speeds, hurtling Alex towards vast expanses and twinkling diamonds amidst dark stretches endlessness, traveling faster than light, covering mind-boggling distances across solar systems, galaxies alike, until slowing down while smoothly docking inside humongous mothership stationed far away from nearest celestial bodies housing the Galactic Council itself. As the spacecraft docked at the Galactic Council's gigantic mothership, Alex could feel his heart pounding with excitement and nervousness. This was it, the moment he had been preparing for. He took a deep breath as door hatch opened up after completing mandatory safety protocols post-landing procedures. He stepped out into an enormous hangar bay buzzing full of activity. Various alien spacecrafts could be seen parked around alongside several strange-looking beings walking past hurriedly in different directions, while some even glanced curiously, seeing the human amongst themselves, which happened to be quite rare actually. One particular tall, blue-skinned being approached Alex holding shiny badge. "Greetings, Earthling. I'm the Grand Welcomer here at the great citadel of law and order. We've been expecting you, Representative Alex. Please follow me without further delay as everyone's waiting inside main symposium hall for scheduled meeting to commence shortly." As Alex walked behind thanking politely, he couldn't help wonder about how many more such surprises were in store for him, but quickly gathered himself, focusing back again on task in hand, while entering huge ornate doors leading directly where entire galaxies' most prominent leaders sat assembled together. Passing through the Great Hall, Alex couldn't help feeling awestruck at the sheer grandeur surrounding him. Regal banners representing different alien worlds hung from an enormously high vaulted ceiling. Rows of gleaming seats with intricate gold embellishments and glowing symbols were arranged in a circular pattern facing towards central podiums. And there atop those very same podiums stood a select few beings who seemed quite evidently holding significantly higher ranks and delegated authority, while overseeing entire assembly present currently within those prestigious walls. But what really struck Alex most starkly was literally pin-drop silence surrounding this place despite huge crowd gathered around, as if everyone anxiously awaited his arrival, holding their breath collectively. No sooner had he taken center stage, a voice echoed booming thunderously across entire arena, making Alex almost jump out of skin momentarily. We hereby warmly welcome representative candidate sent by Planetary System No. 877, AE, also commonly referred as Earth, into our esteemed council today for evaluating its request to join the Great Galactic Union. Voice continued further. Would Representative Alexander Dawnstar kindly step forward, enlightening us all specific reasons behind such an unprecedented move by Solarian homeworld? Hearing his name announced formally along with unique title, Alex felt a bit taken aback initially, but quickly composed himself, nodding politely, then gesturing, seeking permission to address the council, which was granted immediately. Taking deep breath, he began by thanking everyone present sincerely for considering Earth's humble request in first place, then gradually shifted focus, apprising them about how much progress humanity made recently technologically, and expressed genuine desire of working closely with alien civilizations alike, learning, growing together peacefully. Alex explained, patiently answering several questions raised by delegates, convincingly showcasing depth of knowledge, wisdom possessed by him, impressing one and all equally. Grand Chief Moderator of Assembly, finally seeming pretty satisfied, gestured Alex take designated Earth's official seat, hinting approval in principle. With such nail-biting, intense, dramatic sequence of events, Part 1 finally came to a satisfactory end, leaving readers riveted, seated right at edge, literally. The conclusion subtly indicated many more exciting episodes yet to come, building up healthy anticipation among readers about upcoming parts in pipeline. So stay tuned, dear readers, as this journey has just began, because our hero's actual greatest challenges and tribulations lie ahead in future. With the Council's initial approval for Earth's membership, Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. He had managed to make a good first impression and showcase Earth's potential. As he took his designated seat, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. However, little did Alex know that this was just the beginning of his journey. The real challenges and trials were yet to come. As the meeting progressed, Alex listened intently to the discussions and debates among the alien representatives. Suddenly, a loud alarm blared through the hall, causing everyone to look around in confusion. A holographic screen appeared in the center of the room, displaying a dire message. Emergency alert. Unknown hostile force attacking Council headquarters. Chaos erupted as the representatives began to panic and flee the hall. Alex, however, remained calm and composed. His military training kicked in as he assessed the situation quickly. The Grand Welcomer rushed towards Alex with a worried expression on his face. Representative Alex, we must evacuate immediately. Our security forces will handle the situation, he said urgently. But Alex shook his head firmly. I cannot leave when I can help defend the Council, he replied resolutely as he grabbed his specialized weapon from his hip holster, a sleek energy blaster custom designed by Earth's top scientists. The Grand Welcomer knew arguing any further shall be pointless, so just nodded respectfully before making haste towards escape pods along with remaining delegates who hadn't already begun boarding ships back home quickly during ensuing mayhem. Having cleared building rapidly while counter-attacking swiftly, taking down several enemies en route, single-handedly showcasing extraordinary combat skills and blazing fast reflexes, Alex reached Hangar Bay where his ship was docked, tapping soon into communication device, given earlier informing High Command back on Earth about sudden unfortunate turn of events, transpired, requesting backup if at all possible. Reply came crackling through static. Negative, soldier. Reinforcements unavailable. You are on your own. Transmission cut abruptly, leaving no room for further arguments. Now it was up to Alex solely to protect the Galactic Council from whatever nefarious forces conspiring against it lurking in shadows. With steely determination hardening his resolve, strengthening every fiber, he sprinted towards incoming hostile spaceships, unleashing volley of projectile energy, blasts simultaneously, expertly stepping returning barrage. Explosions rocked entire ship's hull violently, tilting it sideways, making footing precarious momentarily. Still, our hero relentlessly kept blasting targets while shielding crucial parts, ensuring their safe departure until last escape pod successfully launched. Turning around swiftly, ready to face final onslaught head-on like true warrior, what Alex saw next froze blood cold. A massive armada emerged out of swirling nebula clouds, armed teeth closing in fast. Surely this ain't no coincidence nor petty thugs, but someone powerful orchestrating events here. Moreover, they didn't seem interested capturing them. Complete annihilation appeared sole agendas. Though hopelessly outnumbered 1,000s was one, Alex didn't flinch, 'cause he never believed in word impossible. A crazy plan formulated instantly inside brilliant mind. Taking down lead flagship should scatter remaining fleet, buying precious time needed. Go down fighting gloriously, if have to, but making darn well sure taking many along the ride down to hell too. Easier said than done, though, 'cause reaching there was another challenge itself amidst chaotic battle already raging outside. Narrowly dodging barrage of laser cannon fire raining destruction everywhere, he somehow managed barely flying inside before closing cargo hold gates, risking suicidal odds yet again. Navigating Bowls, a warship, was proving quite daunting considering sheer size plus maze-like structure filled with booby traps. Add relentless security patrols to equation, but guess superior training and nerves of steel do come pretty handy during such times. Stealthily sneaking across multiple levels, often engaging patrols in close quarters combat, swiftly neutralizing tangos moving non-stop, almost like man possessed by demons, Alex finally reached ship's central command bridge, kicking open doors, diving headlong. Rolling gracefully, coming up, firing his trusty sidearm, rapidly taking multiple baddies, spreading fear, confusion, until finally only remaining was one. The Rain Leader, controlling everything remotely via connected neural uplinks. The famous, unbeatable Earth Warrior himself, daring challenging me. How quaint. Don't you know I'm Grand Warlord Zorgak, Scourge of 1,000 Worlds, boy. I don't care who or what you are. You mess with my planet, we mess you up real good, see? Ha ha ha, puny lil human threatening me. Well, I was planning enslaving your entire planet anyways, so thanks for bringing yourself here, saving me trip. Warlord guffawed sarcastically, yet menacingly. He then signals remaining ships outside, saying, "Behold, insolent fool. You shall now suffer excruciating agony watching helplessly, unable to anything, while I destroy your home world completely." Humongous blinding energy beams emerged, charging weapons aiming towards unsuspecting Earth from various directions. A wave of anger surged through Alex's veins, hearing those arrogant, mocking words. No way would he let this swine destroy his beloved home. Not till last breath anyways. In one swift motion, he fired his specialized buster gun straight into energy cells, powering up weapons, making them implode spectacularly. The shockwaves reverberated across entire fleet, making him tumble disarray like pack-o cards. "AMPOSSIVLE," screamed Warlord. "You may have stopped beam, but you still won't survive this worthless cur." Grabbing laser sword, lunging viciously. A fierce battle ensued between two unmatched talents, sparring furiously, exchanging blows, neither giving an inch. An epic duel between good and evil, light of his darkness. Hope against despair raged on, even as explosions kept rocking everywhere. Both warriors sustained heavy wounds, profusely bleeding cuts, bruises, broken bones. Yet no one seemed yielding, continuing relentlessly. Alex was tiring, true enough, but thinking about billions innocent lives depending upon him galvanized inner reserves hidden. Reacting purely on instinct, muscles memory, he expertly stepped countering lightning fast, slicing off Warlord's sword hand, clean off, eliciting blood-curdling scream, followed by kicking him hard square in chest, sending him flying across room, crashing. walking up slowly, gun aimed at head, saying, "Game over, dirtbag." But little did he know Zorgax had one last ace up sleeve, suddenly pressing self-destruct, triggering massive explosion, instantly vaporizing everything inside, including himself, along our hero too. Or did it really? Phew. Well, find out yourself in next exciting part, folks. Till then, hold your breaths. The first meeting. As the smoke cleared from the explosion, a figure emerged from the debris. It was Alex, battered and bruised, but alive. He had managed to escape the blast just in time, thanks to his quick reflexes and training. He looked around at the destruction caused by the warlord's final act of desperation. The once mighty warship was now nothing more than a burning wreck. Alex limped back to his own ship, his mind racing with thoughts of what had just transpired. He knew that this was just the beginning of something much bigger. The warlord's words about enslaving Earth echoed in his mind. He needed to warn his people and the Galactic Council about this new threat. As he boarded his ship, Alex was surprised to find a message waiting for him. It was from the Galactic Council, requesting his immediate presence. They had seen his bravery and skill in battle and wanted to meet with him urgently. With a heavy heart, Alex set course for the Council's headquarters. He knew that he had to report what had happened and warn them about the impending danger. As he approached the massive space station, he couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at its sheer size and grandeur. Upon docking, Alex was greeted by a delegation of council members. They escorted him to the main chamber where leaders from various alien races were waiting for him. As he entered the room, all eyes turned towards him. So he took a deep breath, gathering himself before stepping forward confidently. The Grand Counselor, an old wise-looking being with long flowing magical silver robe, graciously welcomed him. "Greetings, young champion humans," called Alexander the Great Defender. "News of fearless courage reached us during your legendary battle against evil forces. A remarkable feat indeed." Everyone applauded loudly as grandest salutes offered honoring sacrifices, made protecting freedom hope entire galaxy. Alex humbly thanked everyone, feeling a bit embarrassed, almost saying, "Just doing duty any soldier would do, sir." But real reason being here is grave warning, friends. Pin-drop silence ensued after hearing those grim, foreboding words, while he continued, "Grand Warlord Zorgax posed greatest threat ever before, unfortunately already set secretly invading plans into motion." Every council member gasped. After brief pause, one delegate asked cautiously, "How did you come across this dreadful intel, dare say?" Alex recounted events vividly, sparing no details, seen or heard, making all acutely aware of approaching storm quietly gathering around cosmic horizon nearby. The leader grimly acknowledged this revelation, wishing more proactive response prepared earlier if they'd only known sooner. However, can't waste time upon regrets now. Immediate action required, countering every move enemy makes without any further delay whatsoever, period. A representative arose suggesting our combined forces strong enough crush puny invaders instantly if we strike first preemptively. But Alex shook head, no, saying, "Won't work, cause their scattered fleets huge plus hidden from view most times. Stealth tech way advanced than anything seen here, believe me." Another highly decorated general said, angrily striking fist, "Unacceptable letting terrormongers roam unchecked, doing whatever please. We must find way. There gotta be something overlooked." He glanced desperately in Alex's direction, who replied calmly, "There is actually, and here's my plan." Everyone leaned forward anxiously as Alex began detailing out his daring strategy, meticulously explaining intricacies step by step. Some seemed skeptical initially, but soon realized sheer brilliance of this approach and nodded along in agreement. It was a risky gambit, but given the dire circumstances, it was their best shot at victory. The council quickly mobilized all available resources, preparing for the upcoming battle. Alex worked closely with the alien forces, training them in advanced combat techniques from Earth, while also learning new tactics himself. It was an exhilarating experience for him, working alongside beings from across universe united against a common foe. As they made final preparations, news arrived of Zorgax launching simultaneous attacks on multiple worlds, already beginning his galactic conquest. Time was running out fast, so Alex rallied everyone together, giving an impassioned speech before embarking. Today we face greatest challenge our generation has ever known. But remember, this ain't just about us, Council. It's for every living being out there unaware or unable to defend themselves. So let's go show these xeno scumbags what happens messing around with wrong species. For FREEEEDOOMMM, he roared fiercely, raising laser blaster high as mighty battle cry erupted, shaking heavens. Literally, incredibly inspired by humans' raw primal emotions, armies shouted back twice as loudly, FREEEDOOMMM, repeatedly until reverberating across entire quadrant. And thus began the first galactic war unlike anything witnessed before, an epic struggle between oppression and liberty, with Alex leading charge fearlessly at very heart and center, determined to save not his world, but countless others too. New friends and learning. As the combined forces of the Galactic Council and Earth set out to face the warlord's armies, Alex couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and trepidation. He was about to embark on a journey that would take him to new worlds, introduce him to new allies, and teach him things he never imagined possible. The first stop on their mission was the planet Zephyria, home to a race of beings known for their mastery of the wind. As they landed on the planet's surface, Alex was amazed by the towering cities that seemed to float on air, held aloft by the power of the Zephyrians. The leader of the Zephyrians, a tall, slender being with shimmering silver skin, greeted Alex and the council representatives. "Welcome to our world, brave warriors. We have heard of your plight and wish to offer our assistance in your fight against the warlord." Alex was stunned by their willingness to help, despite having just met. "Thank you. Your help is greatly appreciated. But if I may ask, why are you so eager to join our cause?" The Zephyrian leader smiled. "The warlord's actions threaten not just your world, but all of ours. We cannot sit idly by while he seeks to enslave and destroy. Our people have a saying, 'The wind does not discriminate, it touches all equally.' We believe that we must stand together against this common enemy." Over the next few days, Alex trained alongside the Zephyrian warriors, learning their techniques for harnessing the power of the wind. He marveled at their ability to move with lightning speed and strike with the force of a hurricane. In turn, he taught them some of Earth's martial arts, blending their styles into a formidable fighting force. As they prepared for their next mission, Alex formed a close bond with one of the Zephyrian warriors, a young female named Aria. She was a prodigy among her people, with the rare ability to control not just the wind, but also the weather itself. Aria and Alex would often stay up late into the night, discussing their worlds and sharing stories of their pasts. Alex learned that Aria had lost her family to a terrible storm when she was a child, and had dedicated her life to mastering her powers so that she could protect others from the same fate. In turn, Alex shared his own story of growing up on Earth and how he had always dreamed of exploring the stars. Aria listened with rapt attention, fascinated by the tales of his world. As the time came for them to leave Zephyria, Aria made a decision. "I will come with you," she said to Alex. "My people have taught me all they can. Now I wish to learn from you and fight by your side." Alex was thrilled to have Aria join their cause, knowing that her skills would be invaluable in the battles to come. Together, they set out for their next destination, the planet Ignix. Ignix was a world of fire and ash, home to a race of beings that could control the very flames themselves. The Ignixians were a proud and fierce people, known for their warriors' bravery and skill in battle. Upon landing, Alex and his companions were greeted by the Ignixian king, a massive hulking figure with skin that glowed like molten lava. "Greetings, warriors," he bellowed. "We have been expecting you." Alex was taken aback. "You have? How did you know we were coming?" The king laughed, a deep, rumbling sound that shook the ground. "The flames whisper to us, telling us of the great battle that is to come. We have seen your deeds and know that you are worthy allies in this fight. Over the next several weeks, Alex and Aria trained with the Ignition warriors, learning to wield the power of fire as they did. They forged their weapons in the planet's great molten forges, imbuing them with the strength of the flames. As they sparred and trained, Alex couldn't help but be impressed by the Ignition's fierce determination and unwavering loyalty. They were a people who valued honor above all else and would gladly lay down their lives for their comrades. One day, during a particularly intense training session, Alex found himself facing off against the Ignition King himself. The two warriors clashed in a furious battle, their weapons sending sparks flying with each blow. Despite Alex's skill and strength, he found himself being pushed back by the king's relentless attacks. Just as he thought he was about to be overpowered, Aria leaped into the fray, her wind powers combining with Alex's own to create a vortex of fire and air. Together, they managed to push back against the king, finally forcing him to yield. The king laughed heartily as he clapped them both on the back. "Well done, young ones. You have proven yourselves worthy allies indeed." As they prepared to depart Ignix, Alex couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness at leaving behind their new friends. But he knew that their mission was far from over, and that they still had much to learn, and many more allies to gather. Their next stop was the planet Aquaria, a world covered almost entirely in water. The Aquarians were a peaceful race, known for their wisdom and knowledge of the universe. Upon arriving, Alex and Aria were greeted by a wise old Aquarian sage who went by Zeno. He had foreseen great potential within these two visiting warriors from distant stars and decided to guide them towards unlocking true hidden powers lying dormant deep inside. Under his tutelage, both Alex and Aria began training rigorously, while also learning to attune minds to natural energy flowing all around. Slowly but surely they started feeling changes physically, mentally growing exponentially compared to earlier days. Zeno taught unique techniques of manipulating water itself, bending it according to will, creating massive tidal waves or precise water jets at moment's notice, freezing enemies' place, making ice sculptures out of them even. One fateful day after an intense session, something clicked collectively, propelling humans Ephirian into whole another dimension, quite literally. An astral plane where only most enlightened beings ventured. Congratulations, you have taken first step towards becoming cosmic guardians. Zeno smiled, holding ancient texts long lost. But beware, this knowledge brings heavy responsibility upon young shoulders, so tread carefully onwards. He then revealed startling secret about Warlord true origins, also hidden connection, shared cosmos. A truth which turned everything believed up till now upside down, shaking very foundation beneath badly. With heavy hearts filled newfound wisdom, coupled steely determination forged tougher than ever before, our heroes bid farewell, dear mentor, setting off towards inevitable destiny awaiting them, fully knowing sacrifices required, willingly pay any price, salvation entire universe. The big fight and happy ending. As the final battle drew near, Alex and Aria found themselves standing at the helm of a massive fleet, comprised of ships from every corner of the galaxy. The Zephyrians, Ignitions, and Aquarians had all rallied to their cause, united in their determination to stop the warlord's reign of terror once and for all. Alex looked out at the sea of ships before him, feeling a sense of awe and responsibility. He knew that the fate of countless worlds rested on their shoulders, and that failure was not an option. Aria placed a hand on his shoulder, sensing his thoughts. "We can do this, Alex. Together, we are stronger than anything the warlord can throw at us." Alex nodded, drawing strength from her words. He turned to face the assembled warriors, his voice ringing out clear and strong. "Today, we fight not just for ourselves, but for every being in the galaxy. Today, we show the warlord that we will not be conquered, that we will not be enslaved. Today, we fight for freedom." A roar of approval went up from the gathered warriors, their weapons and ships humming with energy as they prepared for battle. The warlord's fleet appeared on the horizon, a massive armada of ships that seemed to stretch on forever. At its center was the warlord's flagship, a behemoth of a vessel that dwarfed all others. Alex and Aria exchanged a glance, knowing that this was where they needed to be. With a nod, they led their own ship forward, straight towards the heart of the enemy fleet. The battle that followed was unlike anything Alex had ever experienced. Ships clashed and exploded all around them, the very fabric of space seeming to twist and warp with the energy of their weapons. Alex and Aria fought side by side, their powers combining in a devastating display of wind and fire. They tore through the enemy ranks, their ship a blur of motion as they dodged and weaved through the chaos. But even with all their skill and power, they found themselves being pushed back by the sheer numbers of the warlord's forces. Alex gritted his teeth, refusing to give up. He knew that they had to reach the flagship, had to confront the warlord himself. With a final push, they broke through the enemy lines, their ship battered but still intact. They landed on the flagship's hull, leaping out to face the warlord head-on. The warlord was waiting for them, a cruel smile on his face. "So the great heroes have come to face me at last. How fitting that you will die here, at the very heart of my power." Alex and Aria said nothing, letting their actions speak for them. They charged forward, their weapons flashing in the dim light of the ship's interior. The battle was fierce and brutal, with neither side giving an inch. The warlord was a formidable opponent, his own dark powers matching Alex and Aria's own. But even as they fought, Alex could feel something stirring within him, a power he had never known before. He reached out to Aria with his mind, feeling her own power resonating with his own. Together, they tapped into the very essence of the universe itself, drawing on the energy that flowed through all things. With a final, devastating blast, they unleashed their power upon the warlord, sending him flying back against the wall of his own ship. He lay there, stunned and defeated, as Alex and Aria stood over him. "It's over," Alex said, his voice heavy with exhaustion. "Your reign of terror ends here." But even as they spoke, a new threat emerged. The ship's self-destruct sequence had been activated, triggered by the warlord's defeat. Alex and Aria looked at each other in horror, realizing that they had only moments before the entire vessel exploded. They raced back to their own ship, frantically trying to escape the blast radius. But even as they fled, Alex knew that they wouldn't make it in time. He closed his eyes, bracing himself for the end. But the end never came. Instead, a brilliant light enveloped them, a light that seemed to come from every star in the galaxy. Alex and Aria found themselves floating in a vast expanse of space, surrounded by the very essence of the universe itself. A voice spoke to them then, a voice that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "You have proven yourselves worthy, young ones. You have fought with courage and compassion, with honor and integrity. You have shown that even in the darkest of times, hope and love can prevail." Alex and Aria looked at each other, tears in their eyes as they realized the true nature of their power. It was not just their own strength that had brought them this far, but the strength of every being in the galaxy, united in their desire for peace and freedom. The voice continued, "Now, it is time for you to return to your own world, to share what you have learned with others. For the true power of the universe lies not in conquest or domination, but in unity and understanding." With a final burst of light, Alex and Aria found themselves back on Earth, their ship landing gently on the surface of their own planet. They stepped out to find a crowd of people waiting for them, cheering and shouting their names. Alex looked out at the sea of faces, his heart swelling with pride and gratitude. He knew that their journey was far from over, that there would always be new challenges to face and new battles to fight. But he also knew that they would never be alone, that they had the strength of an entire galaxy behind them. As he took Aria's hand in his own, Alex knew that this was only the beginning. Together, they would build a new future, a future of peace and prosperity for all beings. And with the power of love and unity, they knew that anything was possible. And so, our story comes to an end, dear reader. But remember, the true power of the universe lies within each and every one of us. May we all strive to be as brave and compassionate as Alex and Aria. And may we all work towards a future where all beings can live in harmony and peace.